up, Magic family? KG Smooth. For those of you that watch reality television, Chris from Ready to Love, season 3 and 4. We are going behind the magic with one of R&B's gems, one of the most iconic and standout voices and writers, producers of our time. It's been a minute since I last saw her, and looks like it's going to be even a minute longer because I'm not going to see her today because she's literally getting her hair done, ladies and gentlemen. Marsha Ambrosius, who is going to be here on May 29th for the Affordable concert series, along with Jagged Edge. So
Yes.
can't wait to see you. Hey, Marsha,
How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm on a cloud, the show that I'm on, it airs tonight, or it airs Friday nights at 8. And just this whole newfound fame of mine, like now everywhere that I go in Houston, literally somebody notices me from the show.
That's
So
crazy.
I'm just, riding the wave and enjoying it.
As you should. As you should. That's what life is. Just one giant wave that you create for yourself. That's love.
Thank you so much. How are you? How's the family? The last time I saw you had just had your son and
my daughter.
I mean your daughter. Girl. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Your daughter.
That's all good.
And you were just glowing and beaming with bliss of from being a new mommy and motherhood. And so
it's still there. I'm still in the honeymoon phase of motherhood and being a new wife. And even though it's been almost 5-6 years of just that, Nyla's, she just turned 4, she'll be 5 this year. The time has just flown by so quickly. Like it's been crazy, but I'm loving every minute of it. It's amazing.
And you talk about how fascinating it is to watch your child grow. Like for me, me and my brother, we FaceTime every day. Like I have literally watched my niece Khalees grow up, and I mean she'll be 3 in July, from the time that she was brought home, and just seeing how her personality has developed and all of that. How was that for you?
Amazing. It's like capturing glimpses of what would be my VHS tapes of myself, like literally watching myself do stuff from an early age, like, and just the nuances and traits and characteristics that she shares of the both of us. She's definitely her dad, but she's definitely me. So watching her see things and learn things and have things for the first time, it's just it's unbelievable. It's unreal. It's amazing to watch. So I'm having a good time with that right now.
That's what's up. I'm sure this is probably rhetorical. But what musical gifts have you noticed?
Oh my! You know what? There's this app that she has on her iPad, and she can in rhythm move the screen in time and in tune with this little game that she has. And I tried to play it myself just to see what it was that she was doing. And I said, oh, this is above and beyond, just, sensory. This is musical. This is methodical. This is math. This is melody. And my daughter is now a genius at this one.
And she really is, because, once people realize that literally when they say that music is the universal language, like music is the universal language. It does with math, it does with all of that. So yes, you do have a genius.
Everything. So she does have that, and I nurture it and let it be, and tell her that she can only play a couple of games and she'll go again when she doesn't beat her high score. And I'm like, I can't even beat the high score. So her trying to beat this high score of this musical game is genius to me, and I love it. I love it, and I encourage it.
And speaking of a high score, I mean, you have been on a high. You had your episode of Uncensored that was on TV One. We recently celebrated the 10-year anniversary of Late Nights, Early Mornings.
I know, how crazy is that? That doesn't even feel like 10 years.
I remember when that came out. I was doing radio in Georgia, and I was anticipating for it. And then, when Far Away dropped, I remember, how you made this big deal with the video and the content in the video. And I remember all of that. And I'm like, damn, like 10 years? What
10
does
years.
that feel like for you as a solo artist, because you've been in the game for over 20,
Right. So for
but as a,
me, for the 10 years and marking that anniversary of that album, that was my quintessential Marsha Ambrosius, produced by, written by album. And you're right, with Far Away and making the statements that I've always been doing since I got in this industry is making statements. And through music, I've been able to do that. So to celebrate a 10-year of anything right now, and it
yeah,
still feels like, wow, no, that feels like
like it came
yesterday,
out
but
last Friday.
I can call it classic now.
Yeah.
I've always, I knew when I was making something that I wanted to make a mark, and the fact that it still holds up and people still um, hold on to their memories of why they love that album, what got them through during that time, whether that was Far Away or even Hope She Cheats on You with a Basketball Player. Those
Right,
two
right, right, right.
records are on the same album. So that just goes to show the dynamic of my pen. It's I can do both. I can be completely, what did I call it back then? Sophisticatedly ratchet. So I'm not
Sophisticated,
ratchet, but I'm just enough to get you there,
just enough.
and sophisticated enough to give you as sentimental and endearing messages as Far Away, or songs like that, Your Hands, or I Want You to Stay. Like, that album is I love that album.
How's your creative process been since the pandemic? Have you been more creative, or did you discover any new things maybe about
You know
yourself?
what? I discovered that even through the craziest of times, and this was all very brand new for us, um, as a world, it was, I still make songs to make love to during an
Mm-hmm,
apocalypse,
mm-hmm,
even
mm-hmm.
during the what we didn't know if this was World War III. We didn't know if this was the absolute end, but it felt like it from every angle, whether that was what was going on with police brutality, what was going on with the pandemic and this virus that we're all very brand new to. It was, wow, even in the midst of all of these things, I'd still make music that you'd want to love to. And it's been a wild ride, but I'm thankful that, on the home front, we kept it as together and as honest and as transparent, that the music got better. If
Mm.
I don't know, well, I can say that. You might hear it, but like, what is she on? Listen, it
No,
was a
no, not at all.
pandemic.
I mean,
We was in the
I,
room and we had that kind of time. So
listen, I
it
love it when an
really,
artist, pushes their own boundaries and, try something different or unorthodox that, maybe the fan base or people may not be familiar with. I mean, to me, that's the point of being an artist. I remember when
yeah,
Little
art,
Wayne came out
art is art.
with the rock albums, and people were, excuse my language, but people were giving him shit about making these rock albums, and I'm like, no, he's an artist. Let experiment, grow. If it works, it works. If it don't, you come back. So I actually appreciate that. So now you got me anticipated for some
I'm doing some things. Let's say I'm doing nothing and everything. I like to create, and I'm creating from a perspective of, yes, being a wife and a mother, but knowing who's listening to my music and why, and how it's gotten people through, or how, a certain someone said that it's laid down for them. That's a different type of lovemaking.
yeah.
It's not say yes, but it's not your hands laid
Right,
down.
right, right. Lay
Is
down.
a different, you have to have a certain candle for that for that moment. It's a mood. So I feel like through the duration of all of these things that's happening in our world, I've managed to create moods that we still have to love to. And I can't wait for you to hear these things.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it. You said something that you said you said something, and I'm like, oh, maybe she's tapped in. I'm reading this book called Black Roots Science, and when you said
Mhm.
I'm doing everything and nothing at the same time, that
Mhm.
line is in that book when it talks about numbers and zero and the number zero. How zero
Yeah,
is.
I've been having conversations about this because math for me, if you've implemented that rule, then it's a rule. So you can't tell me that anything is infinite.
Mm,
It's like, that's the rule. If you say 1 + 1 is 2, then if I keep going with that, then it's infinite. Then there are things that are known to us. So it's everything and nothing. It's the chicken or the egg. It's what came before. And it's so deep that it's actually
Marsha,
not,
don't
because
give
we're
me, you see
living
my,
it.
I don't know if you're looking at your phone, like looking at me like, please
No,
don't
I
go
know.
there.
I see
I
that
can
you're on
go
that
there because I'm there.
page.
I
Right.
didn't have my
So
spiritual awakening. Like I am there. I can go there with you. We can talk. We'll be on this phone throughout your entire time of you getting your hair done. How deep it
right.
gets is
Right.
so
So
deep.
I think once you tap into that and you acknowledge your place in this world and really embrace it, the humility that comes with that, the humbling that comes with that, you can just enjoy it. And I've prided myself on being able to enjoy things. I feel like I stifled some moments because I was surrounded by people who were unable to enjoy. And it
Mhm.
sounds simple enough, but you know, we all
Right.
go through our things, and it's sometimes not that simple. But through music, it's just like that one song can allow you to escape. And like we're saying with my daughter, her knowing that music is numbers through this one game, I'm like, I hope she holds on to that method and really
Yeah.
understands that, because she's going to be so much better than me. Like so much better than me. But that's what we do. The children are our future. And
Absolutely. And they know more
music
than
is
us.
everything.
I
Yeah.
love
So
I love them, especially now being here when because I've always known I'm like, dang, like why do children like me so much? Like even as a kid, like at this very moment, they are drawn to me. Like kids, hi, or they will come to me when they don't come to people, and that has been happening lately with animals as well. Um, you said so much right there. First of all, I've never been a slave to this thing, so
right.
to be able to, you know get off the grid, and like that's never been a thing to me. Like when I go to shows and I see people recording the whole time, and I'm like, you can't even live in the moment to enjoy what is right in front of your eyes live.
Yeah, but I
There's no
used to
caption.
actually make a moment in the show to call people out that do that. But I feel like for them, I'm missing my moment because I'm
Yeah,
so fixated on them missing it. So I'm like, you know what? If this is what you're here for, you're right. Maybe you were the one that was supposed to document this, because we all have a place in this space. So it's like, okay, if you're missing it because you want to stay behind the phone and watch it while you're here, okay, maybe this will be on the internet for all of those that couldn't be here at that show to see it. So that's your purpose. Go ahead. I am not going to waste any time on noting that I feel like you're missing how you experience this. That's not my issue anymore. It's for me to
yeah,
enjoy those moments. I
exactly.
remember standing on that stage a bunch of times at the arena and just spinning around and around on this dang disc of a stage going, I'm going to pass out. But you know what? If I close my eyes long enough, I am on the earth and we are spinning and I'm on its axis and I just have to embrace it like this is Disney World and just ride the ride. And I enjoy it.
You
And
know, I
sometimes I'll black out in my own world and I'll be singing, and before I know it, we're in song 5 or 6 or 7 on the set list, and I'm like, oh, we're almost done. So what have I been doing this whole time? Oh, you were cheering, you were standing up and dancing, and I'm just lost in it all.
lost
And
it.
that's the part that I enjoy the most.
Well, we can't wait because we get to experience this next Saturday, May 29th,
Absolutely.
uh, at the arena. You're actually the first artist that I've heard, kind of explain how they feel when they're at the arena and the stage is rotating. That was that was dope. Thank you for that. You're the first one I've ever heard. Well,
It's
but
an
yeah, but we get to
experience.
see you. I cannot wait. The affordable concert series with Jagged Edge, Marsha Ambrosius, of course, the headliner on May 29th. And get your tickets, Magic Family. It's going to be great. How are you feeling about getting back out? And
This is my first outside of the pandemic. My last technical gig, was March 13th of last year of 2020, right before
wow,
everything
Houston, we
happened.
got
I
an
was
exclusive.
Yeah, so I was on stage. I did a double show at the City Winery, and we were told at the halfway point that the NBA had canceled. And I knew right there and then
It was a wrap.
that it was serious. What was about to happen to our planet was officially going to change the course of many things. I remember saying to my band, I said, guys, hey, whatever we do tonight, play on the stage like it is the last time we're ever going to play. Like whatever paycheck I give you tonight for this gig, hold on to that thing and take care of your family with it, because I don't think we're going to be doing this for a while. Like it was the NBA canceling and me explaining to them that yes, we're talking about millions in salaries, but you have to account for everything now. You have to account for those empty arenas. You have to account for the employees that were there. You have to account for the hot dog stands, whatever it is. Everything has stopped. So now everything will change. So just, a year and some change later, we're able to, kind of go back out into the world. It's still very, very, very different. And I'm just hoping that we have some level of normalcy. I know H-Town each and every time shows up and shows out, and there's not a pandemic on the planet that will stop Houston from being Houston. So it's the irony of my first gig being back there at that rotating stage is kind of everything. So I'm looking forward to it.
And we are looking forward to you, the queen goddess that is Marsha Ambrosius, Saturday, May 29th, along with Jagged Edge at the Arena Theater for the Affordable Concert Series. Oh man, just gratitude. Thank you so much for your time.
You
For
are welcome.
I mean, if we talk offline, I can definitely, and I've been running across a lot of people because, I mean, the Earth is just in a different place in the galaxy where the vibrations or the frequency has been raised, and people are, becoming more conscious
Right.
and I've talked to a few artists who are tapped in, and we were talking that talk, and I see that it really is a thing. And so hearing you speak the language and knowing that you're there as well, like it just makes me excited because I'm like, yeah, I ain't the only
You're
one.
not on your own. And I feel like
I'm not on my own.
It's great when you do.
And I was telling people, I was like, look, I said, the government is
Mhm.
going to start, they're going to start leaking things about these UFOs and
I
extraterrestrial
was just about
aliens.
to say
Watch.
that.
And I was like, and the way that they're going to present it, they're going to try to scare you. So now we see the slow drip. It was just a whole thing done on 60 Minutes on Sunday. And then I'm seeing how the Pentagon is releasing something I just saw on Twitter that the Pentagon is about to release, or something about next month, about disclosing more.
I said to my brother during the pandemic, I said, now would be a perfect time for the day the earth stood still. They could literally land at the most popular landmark and it would still be, it's a pandemic. Wow, the aliens are here now. Great. And it will be received in a way where it can be actually received, because we haven't been in this place before. This all feels foreign. I feel like the first ride down a main street when it was completely empty and stores boarded up because, everything's closed down, shut down. It was just foreign. It felt like I Am Legend. It felt like Independence Day. It felt like all of those things. So I get it, but I can only tap in the way I can tap in. And one of my favorite movies is Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and those aliens speak.
That's on my list. Okay. I haven't watched it yet. I have a whole list.
Oh my goodness! Could you please get your entire life? The aliens communicate by melody. Okay, it changed my world as a kid, and I've moved accordingly, which is why I believe
Let me move that one up then, because it's on my list.
You've got to. You have to. That's like one of the absolute best. Richard Dreyfuss, just excellent. John Williams, conductor, composer, absolute brilliant score. That's top 10 all time.
Top 10 all time. That's what we that's what we did last time we talked. I actually for like 10 of your favorite Army slow jams and what they mean.
Oh yeah, and it was probably Isley Brothers Sensualities Part 1 and 2 was definitely on there. I could still run them down now. Like even Mint Conditions, My Dear was probably the most random one. That's still top 10. I'm never going to forget my top 10.
I'd have to go back and listen because I was going the way that I'm going to tease this on the show is that one night, the night before I play Us Back, I was going to play that back. I do an all request 10 at 10. And so I'm going to make it to Marsha
Oh
Ambrosius,
yeah.
replay that and play all of your songs. And then the next night, play our interview.
Yeah, my top 10 slow jams will get people in trouble, or you'll meet the love of your life. Whichever one, it's your pick.
Either or. Marsha Ambrosius, May 29th at the Arena Theater, the Affordable Concert Series. Man, thank you so much. Thank you.
You are so welcome.
This was amazing, and
I appreciate you.
So go ahead, continue to send her to that dry or get the curls bumped. Or what you do? You get braids? Like what's the style?
Oh, I'm twisting. I've got to twist up my own hair. It's getting completely out of control. It's way thick. For every chick or guy out there that's decided to get their edges together, I'm all the way in together. We've had pandemic time, and yes, the oil has hit the scalp, and it's serious. I need to protect this head. So yeah.
Yeah, well, and we're going to see that.
You shall see my crown when I get there.
We're going to see the crown on May 29th at the Arena. Thank you, Marsha. Sure. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
Family, thank you. We love you.
Thank you.
And I will see you on the radio.
For sure.